So freedom, as a follower of Jesus Christ, the one thing that I desire, right, like really desire, is freedom.
And when I say freedom, Han, I mean freedom to share the gospel, freedom to do what I believe God has called me to do, to be an evangelist, right? I need that freedom.
Freedom to do basically what I want, in the sense that preach the gospel, have time to raise my child, freedom to how should I say, particularly spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, be an evangelist, what God has called me to do. Okay, now as we know that life is hard, right, and that's easier said than done. Now obviously you have certain options that you can exercise, right? Number one, what I can do is do the whole broke missionary thing. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you like. What do I mean by that? So I could go to the church, or I could do missionary work, right, spread the gospel, all of that, right, and not have an income. Okay, and then put on the badge that says, I'm a missionary, I'm serving God, but I'm broke.
Pastor, I need funding for evangelism. I'm sorry, we can't fund it. I understand.
But don't worry, God will provide. You know that kind of line, right? Kind of thing. And I'm not saying that God doesn't provide. I'm not saying that God hasn't called certain people to do something like that. I don't know, right? In my experience, I don't think that's from God, okay? That's just my experience. Doesn't mean that for other people it's not from God. The whole idea asking the church for money, for funding, whatever, right? Because if you're going to go that route, I would say this: be exceptionally good.
So I'm here in Manila sharing the good news of Jesus. If you want the church to fund your mission, you have to be exceptional. Yeah. So who wants to accept Jesus today? Me.
At winning souls. Be exceptionally good at getting people into the church, discipling, Bible study. Be very, very, very good. In fact, you should be exceptionally good, right? So that way people can say, wow, this person is an asset, right? This person is an asset. This person is worth investing in, right? Because they
Wow, by God's grace, look at this. You brought so many people into the church today. You are such an asset to the ministry.
produce results. Do you understand? So if you're going to go that route, be exceptional, be very good, okay? Understand the Bible, know how to do Bible study, know how to win souls, know how to sell with your mouth. Sell in the sense that what are you selling? You're selling the gospel message, right? You convince people, you're so good at it. So that if you do ask for funding, you have the results and people can say, well, no, you know what, this person is the real thing, right? So be exceptionally good. Now, you know what's interesting about what I just said? Should we not be exceptionally good, even if that's not the situation? I'm gonna come back to that, okay? So the other option that we can exercise is this, right? You become a self-funding missionary. So that's the point. The other option is becoming self-funding, starting an online business, right? And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm in the Philippines at the moment, right? You hear the dogs barking. That's the reality in this country. Dogs are barking, chickens are making a noise, right? Because I'm living here among the people, among the locals. I'm not living in a hotel out there, right, in the ivory tower. I'm here among the people where they need to be reached. Okay, kind of thing, right? So it's becoming self-funding missionary. Start an online business, okay? There's so many that you can start. It doesn't matter. Just choose one that works, okay? Online business. For example, affiliate marketing. What does that look like, right? You promote somebody else's product. How do you do that? You get a link from ClickBank or JVZoo, whatever, right? And you just learn how to drive traffic to that link. And if people buy from your link, you get a commission, 20%, 40%, whatever, right? You could potentially make about $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, right? I'm not guaranteeing anything. The point I'm trying to make is like, there are ways to do this, okay? There are ways to do this. Now, to do that, you need to acquire certain skills. So my recommendation is that it's this, that while you're doing missionary work, you spend a few hours a day learning how to do this, okay? And you acquire the skills and give yourself about 6 months to 1 year, right? Some people can make money within 90 days. I don't know, right? 6 months up to 1 year. You acquire the skills to do this, especially with AI. AI has made this so much easier, guys. It's not even funny how with AI, right? You can now do a week's worth of work in 1 day, which before was not possible unless you had a massive team. Do you get what I'm saying, guys? Creating images, designing a website, all of that can be done literally with, once you learn the skills, in about a few hours, okay? Once you learn the skills. In 1 hour, in fact, you can learn and create a website, create the the images, create the ad, and then to promote this affiliate product. Okay, guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I tell you what, right? By the way, while I'm talking about this, if you check the link below this video, I offer a free trial. Like for 1 week, you can check out my training on how I use AI to do exactly what I'm telling you to do right now, okay? How I use AI to do that. So you can acquire those skills. Literally for one week, you can go through all of it, right? If after a week you think, wow, this is awesome, well, then you can then continue after that, okay? Just click the link below this video where I do training and I show you exactly what I'm talking about, okay? So to become a self-funding missionary is what I promote more than be the broke missionary kind of thing. In fact, I don't even like the word missionary, because to be a Christian and a follower of Jesus Christ means that you are called to spread the gospel, all right? So whether you're Seventh-day Adventist, whether you are evangelical, whether you're a Baptist, whatever, right, kind of thing, you are called to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ and make disciples.